Hey guys, it's a Class Companion, and today I'll be going through my top 10 Stranger Things characters. But before we go any further, this will contain spoilers. Number 10 is Dr. Alexei, or Alexei. I don't know how you pronounce it really, but there was a lot of controversy about how it was pronounced. So I'm kind of lost and I don't know how to pronounce it myself now. But at one point I did pronounce it as Alexei, so I will pronounce it as Alexei for this video. So for those of you who might need a reminder of who Alexei is, because it was a couple of seasons ago that he was involved, he's a Russian scientist that went against the other Russians, and then, they were out to kill him, and that's how he died. A key thing about Dr. Alexei was that he wasn't fluent in English, and the only language that he was fluent in was Russian, or at least that's to our knowledge. For this reason, he had to have a translator, which was Murray Bauman. And as you can tell by this picture, he was absolutely adorable, honestly. In his death scene, he was holding a teddy bear. I'll put an image of him on the screen right now doing that. I actually cried when he died. I don't usually cry over films or series, but that scene, nah, it was just so much. People were actually shipping Dr. Alexei and Murray Bauman together because of how their companionship grew throughout the short time they spent together. But honestly, I don't think that it would have been a great ship. Sure, they had a great friendship and everything, but I didn't see anything romantic in it. In my opinion, I know a lot of people are all over Alexei. They're like, oh my gosh, he's so cute and that. But I feel like he's underrated because he didn't get enough time in the show itself. I don't think he even lasted a whole season. And I just don't think that was fair. But then again, I've seen spoilers throughout, on news and everything and all the spoiler sites. But I don't know, because they said that he's coming back for season 4 or season 5. It didn't happen in season 4, but will it happen in the last season? If so, I don't see how, because we saw his body. We saw that he was pretty much dead, and then he was left for dead, you know what I mean? I don't understand how he could come back from the dead. I know that Stranger Things is a sci-fi, supernatural and everything, but I don't think that involve ghosts, because I haven't seen it happen. Number 9 is Jim Hopper. If you're not aware, Jim Hopper was the police chief in Stranger Things, and still is. He's still alive, but I'm just saying was, because, I speak in past tense all the time. He was also taken as the father figure for Eleven, who is not his biological child, just a fake father figure because she don't have a dad. Throughout my time of watching the series so far, I figured that he's quite short-tempered. In a few scenes, you can see him yelling at Eleven over quite small things, and I don't really like him for that reason. He's just a cool person. I just don't like that part about him. That's why he's not my number 1. He just seems really stressed, and then he takes it out on Eleven, and I don't appreciate that about him. But one thing that I do appreciate about him is the way his relationship with Joyce Byers has blossomed. I just think that they're meant for each other, honestly. Whilst I do miss Bob, I think this is meant to be. And I felt that when Bob was alive, they still wanted to be together. Was that just me who thought that? It just seemed like they liked each other before Bob died. Number 8 is Murray Bauman. You obviously heard me speak about him when I was talking about Alexei, but he is also in my top 10. I just found him a comical, relatable character that was easy to warm to. Some of the things he did and said were very relatable, and you could see where he was coming from. I don't know about you guys, but I think he has a bit of a crush on Joyce. Do I think that he's a revengeful character who's going to try and kill Jim Hopper to get to Joyce? No, I don't. I think it's just a bit of a secret crush, that's all. I also want to comment on the way that the relationship between Jim Hopper and Murray Bauman grew. Not relationship as in love. Love isn't involved in this. I mean friendship. I found that when they first met, Murray Bauman and Jim Hopper didn't want to be near each other. But then it ended up being really cool because Murray Bauman went to save Jim Hopper in Russia. Imagine travelling all the way to Russia for someone you didn't like or said that you didn't like. Honestly, I wouldn't even do that. No offence if this ever happened, but I'm not going back for you if I hate you. For this reason, I believe that Murray Bauman has a big heart. He's very selfless and he cares about others. And I believe that you should fight me first if you want to try and kill this guy. Honestly, I love his character. I love everything about it. And yeah. And before you guys ask why I haven't put this guy at number 1, because obviously I'm saying a lot of nice things about him, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Number 7 is 11. See what I did there? Not sponsored, but 7-Eleven. Okay. A lot of people are going to say that I am the worst for putting her at 7 and not 1, but I just don't like the character. Sure, she's very selfless and she cares about others, but I don't understand the whole craze over her. I know that she's the main character because this actual series is based off of the Manhattan Project, and yes, I know that, I've done my research, but I don't understand why she's so involved in it. the other characters don't get enough time on the screen and they're either killed off or they're not seen again. I just believe that the character of Eleven is overrated. Not the actor. The actor is brilliant. She does a great job. But I just don't like the character. Not the actor. I like the actor. Well, should I say actress? Actress? I don't know what the hell. Just like Hopper, I don't like the meltdowns that she has. She screams. She yells. I don't understand why. It got to the point that she bored me, because I was knowing what to expect. Now, if you're still here, because I know a lot of people are fans of 11 and will be clicking off, but please stay with me, because we've got so many more to do. We have let me count, 7 more? Yeah, 7 more. We've got 7 more people to go through. Also, I'm debating whether this image is from Stranger Things. I think it might be from one of her other movies, but I'm sorry if that's the case. I forgot where to find my images. But yeah, the reason why I do like 11 is because of her selflessness and how much she cares for other people. I also appreciate her liking for Egos, because me too, bro, me too. Number 6 is Steve Harrington. A lot of the girls are going crazy over him, whether it's his sick hairdo or just him. I personally don't crush over any of the Stranger Things characters. I just like them a lot. And that doesn't mean romantically, it means platonically. I feel so bad for Steve though, because at one point he did ask Robin out pretty much, and Robin obviously rejected him because she's a lesbian. That obviously must have upset Steve, but they're still best friends. When watching Stranger Things, I loved when the Scoop Ahoy scenes came on, because his relationship with Dustin as friendship was so nice to see. I just wish there were more friendships like that, because obviously he's older than Dustin is, and we don't see many young to older kind of friendships. We see them more around the same age range, and I think we need more of those younger to older friendships. I also feel very bad for Steve, because Nancy Wheeler obviously broke up with him, and now Robin's rejected him. He must feel terrible about himself. But one thing I don't like, this is not related to the character. It's kind of related, but not about the character as such. But I don't like the fangirls who go all oh, I love Steve. They're just annoying, and there's no point. They make so many drawings and edits. It's just, I don't see the point. Number 5 is Will Byers. He isn't exactly my favourite character, but I just wanted an opportunity to rant and comment on him, to be honest. Honestly, I love Noah Schnapp. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but he plays Will, and I like him. He's cool. He's really nice. Or at least it seems that way. That's what we see of him. But then again, it's the fandom. It's the fandom that ruins it. They make the worst art, as in, not what they draw. It's what they draw. When they draw, they make them Will and Mike together kissing and shit, and I don't like that. Not that I'm against gays. I'm literally gay myself. They could be the best Picasso drawings, but I don't like them because of what's in it. I just mean how they put it across to us. I also don't like how much is involved. He's been the main character since season 1. Just like 11. So I believe that it's time for a few more of the characters to get their spotlight. Because some of the characters are very good actors, and they just don't get the time that they deserve on screen. Sure, some might actually only be side characters, but I'm talking about those who could be main characters. They have the kind of acting, kind of set, they act like main characters, and they don't get that spotlight they deserve. Can we also discuss the bowl cut? What's going on with your hair, Noah? No offence, but it's been like this since season 1. I want to see a change for season 5. Leave a like on this video if you want the bowl cut to leave this chat. Get it sorted, Noah. Number 4 is Jonathan Byers. In the show of Stranger Things, Jonathan Byers is Will's brother. He isn't involved in the show as much as Will is, but he's still involved a reasonable amount because he's Will's brother. He's a family member, so his reactions are crucial. I think we can both or all agree that Jonathan Byers has better hair than Will does. No, not the hair itself, I mean the hairstyle. At least Jonathan's hair changes throughout the show. Will's doesn't. And that's why I like Jonathan Byers a lot more. I'm joking, don't worry. I like Jonathan Byers because his character is portrayed very well. Honestly, Charlie has done a great job at portraying the character. The acting, the skill, everything, it's just amazing. But if there was one thing that I could complain about, it would be the camera scenes. He uses that damn camera for everything, and it's way too much. Some of the scenes involving this camera were really weird, and I really didn't like them. It was kinda sus. In all honesty, not all of these characters are my top 10. I mean, I wouldn't rant about them if I had them in my top 10, would I? I mean, I've said a lot about Will, haven't I? Number 3 is Max Mayfield. Both Max and her brother Billy are quite mysterious, if I must say so myself. But just like Moira Bellman, she is really relatable and sometimes comical. Although she can be serious too. Her friendship with Eleven was iconic. It was nice to see, and it was great that Eleven even had friends. Oh, and that's not being rude about Eleven or anything, but I just wanted to say that because when you're unique, you struggle to make friends. Not always, but sometimes. Number 2 is Eddie Munson. Eddie is your classic frizzy-haired electric guitar player. He is easy to love and like everyone loves him. He seems a bit menacing and rebellious at first, but when you get to know him, he's a massive teddy bear. Now that's the kind of character that I love. Looks can be deceiving, but when you get to know a person, you know them more than you ever could before. Well, that was kind of obvious, but I was trying to be inspirational, so don't ruin my flow here. He plays D&D and so do I, so we're kind of meant for each other. But not in that way, please don't romanticise it. Not gonna lie, he looks a bit sweaty and sad in this picture. I can't remember which scene it's from, but that's why I don't understand why he's so sweaty and sad. I think he was with Chrissy at this point? I'm not too sure, yeah. Don't know. But yeah, he's cool, rebellious, funny, all of the above. You know what I mean? When he came around, like, everyone was like, wow, it's a classic metal player. It's a metal player. Because we don't get enough of those characters. And honestly, it's true. I don't believe that there's enough of the music industry within the acting industry. I'm not talking about musical theatre. I'm talking about within characters themselves. I just don't see enough of it. Even though there's no such thing as enough, is there? You can't have enough. But yeah, we love you, Eddie. And finally, at number 1, we have Erica Sinclair. In all honesty, it was really hard choosing who gets the number 1 spot. There are just so many good characters on Stranger Things, and I just can't choose out of them all. So technically, there's loads of characters that could go into our number 1 slot. So she's not the only number 1, really. But anyways, she's sarcastic, she tells the truth, she's funny, she speaks her mind. There's a lot about Erica Sinclair that I like. It also makes the idea of, you know how people say, oh, kids speak their minds. It turns that into a fact, technically, because she's speaking her mind when she speaks. Telling you the truth, this 11 or 10-year-old, she speaks facts, and I could, probably not even ride a bike when I was 10 years old. That's true. That's honestly true. I've got bad coordination. But yeah, I think that does it for today's video. I hope people are actually still watching because I need my watch time. Anyways, I hope you had a great time watching, and I hope you subscribe because that helps out the channel a lot. And so do likes. So go and like if you want to. Thanks guys, make sure to be safe out there. Bye.